right, guys, climbing the top left side of the map. He's up against Solar in the bottom right. It's the grand finals of the Pigstarcraft Weekly. $400 on the line. And Solar eliminating some of the best players in the tournament already. Whilst Clem has also beat very good players. But he's to be fair, they've both been brutal. But Clem especially has been disgusting today. And what is he doing? He's building 3 Marines. He's doing the bunker rush. Does the Overlord see it? He's doing a bunker rush. Okay, the Marines get spotted. Does Solar realize? Solar needs to realize there's a freaking bunker coming up in his third. Oh, this is a nasty opening for Clem at the start of this series. Yeah, both of these guys have played really well. This is a slick opening, guys, for Clem. 3 Marines, doesn't build anymore. Then he goes reactor, heavily delayed. 3rd command center will go starport soon as well. And of course, that bunker hasn't been spotted yet. I mean, the Marines may have been, but I think Solar honestly should let the 3rd die and just build a new one on the right side. Last time we saw this play out and someone tried to defend their 3rd, they felt massively behind. Then again, actually, he's already got 2 bases of minerals. Dude, Solar's macro is being clear. I don't even think this hatchery dies. I think this just forces a wave of Lings out. As long as he moves there right now with both queens, he's fine. Because Ling speed will finish in time. Yeah, 3 Marines doesn't do enough damage, actually. Oh, the Hellion is the problem, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's what always makes this so annoying to deal with is the Hellion. Because your Lings run in, and then you're fighting a bunker, there's an SCV repairing it, and there's a Hellion. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Lings get a surface area. Good movement with the queens to zone the Hellion. Marines try to evacuate. Bunker goes down. That Hellion's deep in the red. I think this is an easy A move for Solar. Yeah, he clicks a few Lings on the Hellion and the Reaper, knowing that once that's gone, it's an easy cleanup. Does get that Reaper as well. Clem does chase down and actually cleans up these guys, though. And we were talking about, there's a guy in the chat who said my French accent is bad before. And he's angry because people keep doing not real French accent. Dude, my French accent was spot on. That was exactly what French people sound like. I spent so much time hanging out with Clem over the last week. I literally did exactly how Clem speaks. These guys in the chat need to get their ears cleaned out, man. I do like chat's idea, actually. Hellions should be able to get into a bunker. That I could get behind, but only when I'm playing Terran. Gonna break down the little blockade there. Drone going to the 4th, does get cleaned. I think Solar defended this fine, but it is a disruption, and I think disruptions are good for Clem. I think the more chaotic he makes the game, the better it's going to be for him. Oh. Hellion's looking for another snipe. Oh, 2 now! Ooh, Solar's got all of his queens on 1 control group. That's a little sloppy. Normally you want to have those queens split up. It's going to be hard to defend Banshees in 2 locations, not to mention securing that hatchery. Oh, dude, Clem's so annoying. Get out of here, Clem! Just let him take his expansion. Oh my gosh, he's so annoying to play against. All right, Ling's going to go for a bit of a wraparound. Oh, these are the last 2 aliens to pop out. They get surrounded. Great catch there. There's no wall off, which means once he got it home, 2 Marines and a Banshee. The Lings know the other aliens are coming back. Solar chooses to keep them alive. There is a gold base in the bottom left here of Taito Citadel, guys. Taito Citadel does have this watchtower here. What I didn't realize is this is actually a cliff. I thought you could move from the tower up to here. I didn't even realize these were different elevations until I'd played this map a few times and I was really confused. And I was like, oh, this is a friggin' ledge. And just because there's so much grass and sight blockers and trees and pillars around it, just kind of caught me off guard. Anyways, he's now split his queens up. Nice split for Solar. Oh, but he's a little slow to track the Banshees. They're finding the drone rally. Then we'll get at least 3 or 4 drones there. But the queens are coming over from 2 sides. These drones should pull away. But, oh, Banshee's going to go down. Oh, they both went down. That's so good for Solar, guys. It's a great start to the series. Losing those Banshees is terrible for him. Now, Solar is making range. That's got to be a mistake, right, guys? Surely +2 carapace is the more important upgrade. Like, don't get me wrong, I know range helps. +2 carapace is such an important upgrade. Do you think this is on... I mean, this seems like it's on purpose. I wonder if he's actually... Does he go... I wonder... It might be. I mean, his upgrades are pretty well timed. He's already got very quick carapace. So fascinating to see what he does here, man. Chat says GG, Solo's 1 game up already. Mate, put some respect on Clem's name. If it was a lesser Terran, maybe, but Clem is like slightly behind in this game, which don't get me wrong, Solo's one of the best Zergs in the world. If you're like a 6k Terran, you're pretty dead here. Clem, he's a little behind. That's it. I mean, that's a good start for Solo, but we know what Clem can do with Biomine. Luckily for Solo, though, he does have Hydras coming out. First 2 on the way. Groove Spines is about to finish as well. If he can get a few more Hydras, they'll deal with the Widowmines really well. Bane rolls forward. Widowmine fires, but doesn't get a big shot. And the drop's going to try and move past into that main, but there are spores there. Clem's got to be careful with this, man. He can't be throwing this drop away. There is a bit of a Moopy celebration going down on that right side of the map. And the Queens place the creep on the north. Drop's going to go back down. Clem builds his 4th on location. Wow. Very greedy. Drilling Claws, 5 barracks pumping away. And it's interesting because both of his factories are protected in his main. I always feel like the factory at the 3rd with the reactor exposed there is such an important bit of infrastructure that's very exposed when you build it out here. So I actually really like the way Clem's done this. Oh, that's a lot of creep. He's going to dive. I don't think he has scans available, guys. Widowmines are going to try to fire, but oh my gosh, he screwed up. He screwed up. He takes a lot of damage there. Clem tries to go deep on creep, and he gets super punished. At least he gets a Widowmine shot or 2, but can't be throwing his army away like this. He wants to slow Solar down. Solar's not got a hive started just yet. +2 carapace, +2 range are on the way now. Good pick up there for Clem. A couple Marines, though, continuing to be traded off repeatedly. And oh, he's not watching. Clem takes a Baneling to the chin on those Marines. More Marine Mine coming out. He doesn't have any tanks or libs. Problem with this style is he doesn't have the defense secured behind this without something to kind of cement himself against a Lurker counterattack. It's scary, and the Hive and the Lurker Den are both there. There we go. Widowmine. Oh, very good. A little behind against the best defensive Zerg. No, that's Serral. Sol is much better mechanically on the back foot in ZVT, this matchup specifically, than Serral. Solar is actually better than Serral at just like turtling and hanging in there and surviving. Serral's a much more dynamic player. I'd rate his ZVT higher than Solar overall, but comes to purely defending in this matchup, Solar is the best in the world. Biomine coming forward, but he's not quite organized. His medevacs aren't unloaded. Marines do come in from behind, though, and in danger of being trapped. Solar is going to have to extricate those units. He does get a few SCVs, but not as many as he would have liked, and a few of his units do path in the wrong direction. The tower's there as well. Chat's pointing out it's 4:30 a.m. for Clem. This is the standard time for him. Got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases coming out. 2 Vipers on the way, Adrenal Glands as well. 2 2s on the way, Lurker range. Mauling Bane coming in. Oh, 2 Banes. Oh, sneaky boys. Sneaky roly-poly boys. Clem reacts, but doesn't have anything there to support, so he has to just send some SCVs to fight it. 8 SCVs for those 2 Banes. Great catch for Solar. Solar's got those Vipers coming out. Now, he hasn't actually gone for Lurkers just yet. But having Adrenal Glands this early is going to be really nice. He's got his +2 Carapace, +2 melee, both finished. Widowmine does get a few Zerglings. Clem's doing a really good job of stopping him in his tracks for now. I'd love to see these armies stay half and half. I do not think Solar should group his whole army. I think that's a big mistake if he does. I think if he's got half on the bottom, half in the north, then he can venture forward and threaten both sides and look for opportunities. But the moment he clumps it all up, I worry about those Widowmine hits. Oh, of course, Clem stims and runs at the Hydras, realizing, hey, Solar's not watching, he's facing the rocks. Oh, good Widowmine. Great Widowmine shot. Picks up, gets out, and good spready at the last second there on the south side. Another big Marine Mine army comes forward. Solar needs a lot more Banelings. He's got 13. He should have about 30 Banelings on each side. These armies are mostly Marines! Holy moly! Clem deep on creep. Oh, and that's what happens, guys. Do be careful where you stick your Marines. Do not go too deep into that purple stuff, because the Zerg will punish you. But Solar F2'd. Solar does F2 a lot when he gets excited. I've always pointed this out as his big weakness in this matchup, is whenever he gets excited, tries to crush a fight, he always F2s to pull his whole army there, and it leaves the other side exposed. Clem, despite getting wrecked on the bottom, realized that, and he strikes back, and I think that evens things out, at least relatively so. Still no libs, still no tanks. The ghost count is at 7. More are coming in. Extra command center goes down here as well. Sensor tower is going to fall. Oh, here we go. Ling's getting surrounded these ghosts. You might need to pick up those ones that are surrounded. Widow Mines, though, making it really hard to chase into this. Command center on the low ground gets sniped. Another hatchery does go down. I'd love to see CLEM continue to counterattack there. But getting that command center as well as forcing that base to lift is very excellent. Triple drop needs to get back together inside these medevacs, though. A bunch of these Marines do go down. One of them gets left behind. He's going to go deep. He says, go forward, don't go back. Unfortunately for him, that means flying into spores, queens, and hydras. And those Marines are going to get blasted. Dude, Solar's wrecking him right now. Yes, the units lost tab is, of course, in CLEM's favor. That is standard for this matchup. Look at the upgrades. Yes, 3-3 is done for Terran, but +3 carapace, not far away for Zerg. +2 melee, +2 range, both done. So Zerg is really close behind in the upgrades. And will close the gap soon. And he's just really doing a good job of keeping Terran away from this 5th. Can he do it again? We'll find out. Lingbane, Hydra, Viper. Those Vipers need to get away from those ghosts. He's thinking about abducting them. He gets one of them. That's abduct a full energy ghost. Very nicely done. Another couple of abducts on these ghosts. Juicy, Lucy. Absolutely delectable kills there as the Lurker Baneling tries to roll forward. Blinding Cloud goes on top of the bio. The Lurkers do get burrowed in front of his face. Lurkers starting to go down. Of course, that command center could get clicked on. I think if the Hydras click on the command center, it could be massive. Bane's going after the Ghosts. Will they be able to connect? The Ghosts are exposed. One Ghost, two Ghosts do go down, but the Banelings do get taken out by the Widowmine Snipes, try to fall. Of course, the Frenzy does land. Those Hydras quickly getting out of dodge. Command center did survive, though. Clem kept it alive. Can he get a planetary up on that base is the big question. Looks like something just ran in there and died on the south side. Lurker there. Forces a scan. Gets a few Marines. Sleep done. Clem trying to reclaim space for himself. A Solar transitions into the Nidus Worm. We've got a few Infestors, a few more Lurkers, a lot of Banes, and a Nidus Worm on the way here for Solar. I love the handful of Lings clicking in here constantly. Didn't click them in the most accurate position, but that is a-okay. Does at least distract Clem momentarily. Now, Broodlords are actually incredibly good in the late game now, guys. I do think Broodlord transitions are fantastic, but the reason Clem doesn't build tanks or libs or anything is he says, well, I just go straight for every ghost count, and I feel I can out-micro Broodlords. And a lot of the Zergs feel the same way. That being said, I'm a big believer the Zergs have not limit tested the new Broodlord, and with how fast it gets its first shots off, I do think a Broodlord transition against this style with Infestor support is one of the best things you can do to break an entrenched position, especially this middle base, because it allows you to dominate this terrain, throw fungals across these gaps, dance with your Infestor Broodlord, but you need to build a lot of them. You need to go about 15 Broodlords. It's a big investment. Solar not confident in that stage of the game. Last time Solar built a lot of Broodlords, they got nuked by Maru, and he threw away a massive advantage. I know that was 5 years ago, but still, you know it's in his head. You know he's thinking about it. Widowmine's getting cleared on the Zerglings. Hydra Bane comes forward. One Viper gets EMP'd. One Command Center almost goes down, but not quite. And once again, 6,000 units lost. Advantage to Clem. Solar has not started mining the corners. He's just taken a gold. If he was already mining out these two corners, and maybe could even steal some resources from the north, I'd say, oh god, Clem's got to do something now. But as it is, I think Clem's kind of chill. He took out this base a few times. He could take his time, make building armor, make the +3 vehicle plating. He's making a fusion core, extra starport. He's picking off overlords on the edges. I think Clem knows he can kind of take his time here and just make sure he doesn't die, make sure he doesn't leave any openings, and get some ranged libs to punish the fact that there is a Hydraling Bane on. And if you don't have Corruptors, you're going to be screwed against that. Solar should have already built a Spire since we are in the end game now, or at least getting close to it. But he hasn't started the Spire, which means the libs are going to cause him big trouble when they come out. Obviously, the Hydras could rotate, catch them off guard, frenzy underneath, lunge underneath, and kind of get over there, but Widowmine's still getting good shots as well, being a nuisance. A few Lings run in. The Widowmines, though, just causing such tax. Anytime Solar wants to roam the map, got to make sure he has some Overseers with those units, and he at least now does clean up a few of these units, but oh, snipey snipes. Oh, a couple of Overseers. 3-4 Overseers do go down, very expensive. So the 100 minerals for the Overlord cost, plus the 50-50. Nidus Worm going up north. Oh, Hydra Bane does roll forward. Can he connect with those ghosts? The ghosts try to fall back. Beautiful spready on the ghosts. Not many ghosts go down at all. Snipes pop 2 of those Overseers. Nidus Worm up top. Pokes his head out. He can, of course, vomit some Lurkers out on this base. I don't think it's a good idea to do much there, though. He's going to try and Nidus the main base. Overseer gets sniped, and that Nidus does go down. Lingbane Hydra rolls in. Baneling going to go for the SCVs. Oh, great! Banelings gets 12, 15 SCVs. Gets the command center. And another one. Every command center kill is so absolutely vital, guys. Uh-oh, Viper does rally in, unfortunately. It'll get sniped as well. At least he gets a parasitic bomb off. A spite parasitic bomb. But yeah, I think every command center is so huge for Solar because keep in mind, there's only 5 orbitals. So you've got to keep trading at this period before Terran gets to the end game. And this is something a lot of people, whether they're ragey Zergs who with a low IQ or very dumb Terrans who don't understand how anything works, the players who complain the most about the Terran late game, they don't realize there is this big window when they're massing command centers where they're not quite ready. Clem is not in the late game yet. He's still only got 5 orbitals. He doesn't have the Iron Bank. He's only got 5. If Solar can keep picking off command centers and trading now, Clem doesn't have unlimited scans. He doesn't have unlimited mules. He doesn't have unlimited money yet. But if you give him 3-4 minutes without much trading, he might get there. And that's why Solar is so active. He's going to take out another base. Worth losing a few Hydras for it. Oh, he's got to get out of here. No, don't turn and fight. He tries to fight with the Bane Hydra. Gets a few libs, maybe 1 or 2 libs, but the units get absolutely hammered. And now there is a 16,000 resource loss deficit and a new base up north. Clem's command center count not looking that good. He's up to 6 orbitals now. It's decent though, and I think Solar needs to build a spire. He's got a spire. He's making air upgrades. That's good. Okay, he knows he needs Corruptors to deal with the libs. Corruptors are much more supply efficient than Hydras, and it's all about supply efficiency when you're maxed out in the late game. Ling's not really doing anything. I think he needs to make sure he has an off squad of Lingbane Hydra or just Hydras. He needs to go clear up these Widow Mines. If he can go over here, he could pick off 3 Widow Mines for free, 1, 2 Widow Mines for free. This Liberator sitting out there for free. Solar needs to do a bit of mopping up right now. A little bit of maintenance. He needs to go kind of vacuum his house. Go mow the lawn, you could call it. It's right side base. 3 libs, a Widow Mine, and a Planetary. Hard to get in there. There's already libs on top of this Nidus Worm. Not really a situation you want to pop out inside of. I do love that there's burrowed Zerglings everywhere. New Nidus Worm pops up on the natural. Still keeping Clem very busy, but Clem now has 22 ghosts, guys, and these ghosts are elite. They are 125 hit points of pure adultery. And you might be, what do you mean adultery? I mean, what they do should only be viewed by XXX websites. Do not let your children, young Zergs, watch what these ghosts are about to do. Ah! Well, right now they are just running away. The Lurkers have popped out in the natural. It's distracting Clem. He's trying to run away. The Baneling's not able to connect. Over here, though, the Lurkers, can they get an orbital? That would be huge. The Ghosts are going to jump on top. No Overseer. No Overseer for Solar. These Lurkers are going to get shredded, but they were actually killing a few Ghosts just with the splash damage while attacking the buildings. A great Fungal comes in. Excellent Fungal. Hydras are going to deal with a few of these Ghosts, but he's got to get out of there. The snipes on the retreat are savage. Oh, those Ghosts, absolutely nasty, mate. Oh, jeez. You know, he's going to lose a lot on the retreat, and that's the problem. 15,000 resources go down. If he got 1 or 2 more command centers, I feel like Clem's economy might be completely toast. As it is, Clem's on the edge. But if he can get like a Liberator into either of these corner bases, Solar's not going to be able to remax anymore. But right now, Solar's still able to remax. Clem, he's only got Dregs. Where's the rest of his army? It's all in production. It's not quite ready. Solar, he's looking for the win. He's not going to wait for any more units. Hydra's not good against Libs, though. Hydras are garbage against Libs, guys, and they get hammered. Oh, it was a bad attack. It was not a good attack. It was an opportunistic dive. He thought he could thrust in and catch an unprepared Terran. Didn't quite work out. Clem knows that both corners are now mining. Like I said earlier, if these were mining earlier, there'd be so much more mined out from there. It'd be really good for removing the minerals from Clem's side of the map. 14 Corruptors are going to be built, and that's huge. I think 14 Corruptors is correct against 7 to 10 Libs, and then he just needs to make a lot more Banes. He's still got 6 Hydras, which will help, and he's only got 1 Infestor and 1 Viper. The Infestor just popped up behind, but didn't cast Fungal. Oh no, he popped up out of the ground and didn't cast Fungal, and this base gets jumped on by Ghost Lib. That was Solar's opportunity. Guys, remind me to rewind to 21 minutes after this game. I have to check what happened. Why did that Infestor pop up if he wasn't going to cast Fungal? Was it the lag? Was he distracted? The Liberator's hitting the corners, and Solar's income just got chopped out from under him. He needs to do big damage. He needs to do it right now. He has lost so much stuff. So much. Corruptors aren't going to kill a command center quite as fast as Hydras will. Hydras with their attack speed can do a bit better, but unless you use the wee-wee. Oh, look at that. Liberator being a bag. A bag of what you say? A bag of D's, says Solar as he charges in with 4,000 Zerglings. Baneling's going after the Widow Mines and the Ghosts. He's going to pull back from those. Nice lift on the command center for Clem. Cancels the Planetary and does just that. Look at that. Denying the mining, being a big bag of D's. Clem also being very, very powerful. Liberator is, look at that. He's going to immediately re-siege, is he? No, EF2 is back to the front, maybe. Bottom left base went down. Top right base is mining. I can't believe Clem's letting him get away with that right now. I love this burrowed Zergling, by the way. It's so excellent, man. Just spotting back there a little bit of what's going on. Liberator's going to get dealt with by a Corruptor, but it will be able to kill about 10 drones before that Corruptor takes it out. It's not quick, you know. Ling's jumping on top without any fungal, though. I don't think this is a good attack, is it? Unless he can catch him. Oh, those infestors got caught by EMPs. That fungal completely whiffs. The solar chase is on. There's a lot of Ling Bane rolling in. Yes, a lot of ghosts do go down. They are expensive units, but that was an incredibly expensive army as well. He's abducting ghosts, but there's nothing to kill them anymore. More Banes do roll in. The Corruptors do manage to urinate on that command center until it goes down. Was this enough? Solar has taken so much damage. He does not have the bottom left mining. He's only got that top right. Clem's income is dregs right now. He's got top base and only 4 orbitals left alive. He's got a few minerals there, and he's got a base up here. So he's essentially on just over 1 base mining. Meanwhile, Solar has quite a few minerals there, a lot there, a couple there, dregs here, and of course he needs that new hatchery at the bottom. But he knows right now he's dragged Clem into the mud. Clem's going to be counterattacking. He's got to keep countering himself. Corruptors find a full medevac. 8 Marines in a medevac go down. This Corruptor is going to get taken care of by the sniper, those ghosts. And of course, Liberator and the Widow Mines will deny the mining here. Soul's going to try to pull back here, realizing this base is the heart of everything. I would have loved the Lings to run in, but looks like he decided attacking a wall off is a good way to throw the game. A couple of Marauders do get caught out. Yes, a few drones go down. Oh, the Corruptors! Watch out for the snipes. He gets out of range just barely. That Marauder does go down. Corruptor Ling Bane's going to try to fight. Gets rid of the first Widowmine before it can fire. He's going to have to spread. That Widowmine actually dragged the shot into the Ghost. Oh! Does he get the medevac? He almost got the medevac with 2 ghosts in it. He does get rid of the Liberator. But the Corruptor Ling Bane doing quite well. He needs an Infestor, though. He needs a Burrow Boy to flank in and catch these. 1 fungal wins this game right now, guys. Soul's got a new hatchery building in the bottom left. He's playing out of his mind right now, but Clem is making this so difficult for him. And look at that command center blocked. Little packs of Lings running around the map. There's still a few of these straight Widow Mines that never got cleaned up. And Zerglings, oh, gonna do what they can. Bio Ghost trying to hang out. Ling Bane Infestor Corruptor seeing what they can do. Oh! Huge Widow Mine! 34 kills! He retargeted that on the Corruptor, which dragged the shot over that circle of Zerglings. Oh my lord. You gotta be careful. Oh, Bird Banes. Bird Banes. Oh my god, I'm so excited, guys. Sorry, this just gets me a little randy. He keeps having Infestors here the whole game. Clem really needs a turret there. Oh, the units do not move over the Burrowed Banes, unfortunately for Solar, but Solar has Corruptors. He could jump on this. Love to see him defuse that Widow Mine, man. Lings on the south side, looks like they got cleared by that Widow Mine. 18 kills on him as well. Well, Clem's able to mine from this middle base. He is still on 40 workers. As bad as I thought the position was for him, 1 misstepped engagement for Solar. Clem could be back in this. And look at that. He's going to deny the gold. Killed, not cancelled. Oh, no. And he walked his Infestor into the scan again. Oh, a few Corruptors got sniped as well. And now I think... Oh, Solar looks like he's mad. When a Zerg player is mad, they tend to take much worse engagements. The Widowmine retarget is insane. It makes it so hard for Soul there. Another great Widowmine shot, this time on the Overseer over the Ling Bane. Few ghosts do get caught. The Corruptor's going to fly in. I don't know about this sort of Ling Bane just chase into the enemy defensive position. I think if you catch him with Fungal on the map, this works. But Solar headbutts, like I said, he got mad and he chased into a bad position. The Corruptor's flying overhead. And Clem's going to clean it up. He just never was able to land a single fungal in this entire game. And that really was everything. If he landed a fungal, this is an entirely different game. But he could not land a fungal. And that's so tough because he played good. Solo played really good, guys. I am absolutely losing my mind. Not because I'm like, you're dumb, you're bad. But like, I'm just like, why were we not able to land any fungals in this? What happened with this infested? Did he just walk in? I thought it was this guy. Even with lag, that should have got a fungal off. That was really slow. I don't know what happened there. He tried to unburrow. If he got that fungal, that's game over. He's up 40 supply. If he catches those 12 ghosts, that's game over right there. But instead he doesn't, and he loses the corners at the same time. Oh, GG, well played. Hats off to Clem for fighting back, man. All right, guys, on to Tourmaline. Solar in the top right side is third base getting blocked. The drone and the SCV having a bit of a punch on. This map is a map where you do not want to take the middle base as a Zerg. I've tried a few times. It's really dumb. You want to take 5 base, probably down here below this base. Third here, 4th up there, 5th base down here. You want to expand along the edges. You do not want to take this middle base. And the reason why I keep emphasizing this is I haven't watched many pros play this map, but I wholly expect Solar and every pro Zerg to fight really hard to defend that base every game they play on this map for quite some time. I mean, if you go Roach Ravager, it's probably not so bad because at least it's you know, not very droppable for the enemy, but it's definitely one of those things where you've got to keep an eye out because their base in the middle is so close, and you can imagine if you take that base, they take this base, easiest push path of all time, not to mention a nasty ledge that you've got to deal with. I do think the map favors Clem here. I imagine this is his map pick. I imagine the last one was Solar's, and it's such a shame that Solar wasn't able to capitalize on what was such a good start and then an excellent style in general, but it felt like Clem was just so good at hanging in there, and at some point Solar, who obviously doesn't see all the information we could see, wasn't sure how far ahead he was or what he could do to finish it off. And already losing a drone here is really awkward. Not something he wanted to have happen. Big thanks, really, Newbie, for the subs once again. Just want to say a big thanks to you, my friend. Really appreciate you. Oh, Reaper's going to rotate. What do we got? 2 more queens on the way, so it's going to be 5 queens, eh? 6 queens already before droning the 3rd base at all. Okay, very, very high queen count opening. Very safe. It's going to be a Hellion Banshee after 3rd command center. 7 more drones on the way. So now he's going to just go, okay, I've got the queens out. They're going out front. We've got 2 tumors there. 1 going to the corner of the main base. Another tumor at the 3rd. He can drone really hard. We're just adding a couple more Zerglings and his Ling speed kicking in. So if the Hellions try to dive past, those Lings are ready for it. Oh, is he going to actually run the gauntlet? Wow, Solar was not expecting that. I wasn't either. He does target that front Hellion. I think this is a really good hold for Solar. Solar, especially with a few more Lings coming out, and this Queen, just target the Hellion. Reaper and Hellions only get a single drone. Next Hellions do come in. Sport Trick would be really good, but of course, Clem catches him not looking. If Solar gets another Hellion kill, that would be excellent, and indeed he will. Super good defense for Solar, who's going to go Mutalisks. Is he? No, not necessarily. Could just be Lair, so he gets the Overseer ready for the Banshees. Just going to go to Solar's vision for a second, guys. You can see the Banshees there. Does he know about Banshee? No, he didn't sack his Overlord. So he's going to start Spores here at a very generic timing. And they should be ready just in time. He skips it in the main, actually. There we go, builds it now. Ooh, what is this, guys? Anyone knows what that is? Is that a piece of a carrier? Kind of looks like a piece of a carrier or something there that's crashed. It's a carrier corpse. 4th base, probably going to get cancelled here. Not the end of the world. Good move for Clem. Solar wisely does not step off creep. Just waits for the creep, and he'll send a new drone down soon. Oh, no, no, don't do it, Solar. You guys heard what I said before about they're going to take that middle base. He doesn't. He goes to the right side. Solar thinks better of it. Thank the Lord. Oh, Queen's taking damage. He's going to split 2 Queens and an Overseer to the left. Few Lings got toasted. Clem really making the most of what felt like a pretty bad start for him. And these 2 Queens, oh, the Banshees almost go in Spore range, but not quite. Clem able to get 3 more workers, damage the Queens heavily, and get out of there. Of course, Carapace starts for Zerg, as well as Bane speed. +1 melee will shortly. But another Queen goes down. Clem, he's just getting all these little pickoffs that no one else gets. 1-1 upgrades, already about a 3rd complete for Clem. He's got a 2nd factory at the 3rd base. And the factory in the main is on a reactor, so it looks like a Widow Mine start. Solar wisely going Hydras. It's so hard to deal with Clem's Widow Mine aggression if you don't go Hydras. Alright, Solar's going to be very committed to this right side of the map now. I think he needs to rebuild this hatchery on the left. And he's going to try and fight to control this area. Armory's just started, which means these Hellions can't turn into Hellbats. And it's only 12 Marines with Stim. No shields or 1-1 just yet. Good pull away on the Queens. Nice transfuse as well. I think Bane Queen will be able to defend for now. Bane speed's almost ready. I like the way Solar keeps trying to pull away. Oh, I think he should have waited. Loses 2 Queens there. Now Bane speed rolls in. You see how simple it is once Bane speed's ready, but before that it's not. And he goes for the middle hatchery, which I absolutely hate, guys. Please do not take that middle hatchery. It's a trap. I took it 3 times today. It doesn't work. It's very bad. will respread his creep. Clem very active on the map, though, and it feels like a real short rush distance, which is why this map is so scary to play against Clem. I really feel if Solar can even get to 15 minutes and make this game look really competitive, it's kind of a win for him in one regard, just because this map is difficult. And the Banshees, they just don't leave. Oh my gosh, they're getting too much damage. They're getting way too much damage. Okay, the Queen's come back, finally. Banshee number 1 goes down, second one's gonna go down. Lings are on top of these stupid Marines that decided to run in the base without a medevac. What an idiot. How dare you run in our base? You disrespect me like that? Is what Solar says. I'm not saying it, Solar's saying it. And the Banes roll in there as well. Clem takes some big hits there, but I think he's put Solar enough on the back foot. There's so much chaos. It might be worth it. Finally, the Banshee goes down, and the reinforcers on the right side. Solar only just now finds out about it. There's a cliff above this base, which is why this base is hard to defend, and it's why it's more of a 5th base rather than a 4th base location, but the initial 4th got dealt with. 10 kills on that first Widowmine shot. Lingbane Hydra should be able to push him off this high ground. Solar is going to need Overseers as well. Right now, he's only got 1. It's with the Queens. Those Queens are heavily damaged. He needs to move back over here and spread this creep. Oh, Hydra's going to take some Widowmine shots. Hydras will take out that Widowmine and some medevacs here. Good spread on the Banes as well, which is pretty damn juicy. But look at that. Triple drop up the ledge potentially. Could take care of that middle hatchery. Still no base up in the top left, which does hurt me a little bit, but I think Solar's trying to just close up and get a more compact formation so that he can at least not get caught out of position. Problem is, that drop is sneaking into the natural. Lings are there. Oh, good positioning. Hydras as well. Heck yeah. Great defense there by Solar, but of course, it's not like he kills anything. This is the thing. For other Terrans, they mess up their macro when they're staring at these things. So there's a cost. For Clem, there isn't really a cost. He's just that fast. Unless you actually kill his units, it doesn't cost him anything. Whereas you're the one who's usually missing injects and creep tumors and miss-macroing in the midst of it. Marine Widowmine does find the rally. Hydraling Bane trying to gather their forces. Can he get on top? There's been a dangerous supply advantage this whole time for Clem, and every time he picks up like that, yep, does build more of an advantage. 2,500 units lost. 4th base planetary is up. He's going to start a 5th command center. It's a non-stop stream of Terran units. But even though he had a big advantage on 1-1, he forgot to start 2-2 for a while. I know that because 2-2 for Zerg is pretty much in line. And that's not meant to be the case. Oh! Oh! Widow Mines! 3 Widow Mines! Clem was not looking. He was looking up north, which meant he didn't stop to shoot the front Zerglings, which you have to do. Otherwise, the Widow Mines are just going to fire on the first Zergling in the line. Guess what? That Zergling is right up on top of your Marines. 3 Widow Mines. So well done. Here we go. Hydras and Queens are there. It's also interesting because Solar never counterattacks when he's on the back foot like this. Other players will counter and make it messy and run more Lings in, but Solar's just trying to survive, and this is always how Solar does it. Solar doesn't counter. He doesn't try to put Clem on the defensive. He accepts the position, and it's kind of like accepting being on the bottom in grappling, you know? He's like, it's fine. You know, I'm good off my back. And it's like, yeah, you're still letting another guy climb on top of you and try to punch you in the friggin' face, man. Or choke you out or whatever the hell he's trying to do. In Clem's case, it's basically hit you with a very, very stale baguette repeatedly until you have brain damage. It's very hard to deal with if you're not able to put some counter pressure on him. Widowmine does fire in the Ready Point Hydra. Trying to clear some of these Widow Mines, but there's so much Marines there. It's hard to overwhelm. I love that Solar's trying to break this position. He wants to clear these Widow Mines. He wants to put Solar on the defensive finally. That retarget on the mine is ridiculous. So good at retargeting those mines. All the Overseers have gone down, though, which is a huge mistake because that means now Solar cannot clear those Widow Mines. So this becomes kind of an all-in. The Bane's going for the mineral line. He's getting quite a lot of these SCVs. 29, 30 SCVs. If he killed these Widow Mines, I think this would be amazing. But oh no! They're coming off cooldown. Run, run, run. Get out of there, man. He got a lot of damage. 30 SCVs. There's changelings back there. Okay, I think the army's going to get chased down. Oh, I think he needed to keep running, man. He needed to keep running. And Solar indeed was treating that like an all-in. The mass bio mine play for Clem, absolutely vicious. All right, guys, Clem in the top right side of the map. It's going to be White Rabbit, a map I have very limited experience on. Solar in the bottom left. It is his map pick. It looks like it's a bit bigger, which of course is going to give him more room between him and Clem, which is exactly what he wants. He wants to have as much space between him and the enemy as possible. The question for me, though, these third bases are pretty far. His fourth base also somewhat exposed with brutal tank positions in front of it. I imagine this would be the fifth base out here, and I think he just kind of expands along the edges of the map a little bit. Takes this maybe as a 5th or 6th in the middle. Yeah, he's got some pretty good base locations. I mean, there are some choke points in the middle. The corners don't have that many bases. In total, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases per player. So you're not going to get a crazy turtle late game that goes for an hour and a half on this map. Reaper comes forward. We should be expecting that reactor to go down. And then the third command center momentarily. About 20 seconds. Reaper up against 6 Zerglings. 6 Lings. Interesting. Ooh, already 1 Ling does go down. Good micro by Clem. Solar. I really think those last 2 Lings achieve nothing if you're not going creep anymore. I think this is like an antiquated bit of Solar's build order where he's just inefficient. Where's the ledge? There? Yeah. You can see we are inside the Matrix, guys. I'm pretty sure with the design of this map. White Rabbit, no doubt a reference. Not sure which map maker made this. If someone in the chat knows, you guys please let me know. Very trippy ramp. Doesn't actually affect your movement or anything, just looks cool. 16 Lings on the way. It's going to be a bit of a Ling flood. So he's hoping Clem's Hellions will come out on the map. And his Lings will flood in and kill all the SCVs on the natural and maybe some more. Historically, there have been times where Solar does this and Clem gets every single SCV away to the third base or hides it in a pocket and the Hellions get back and he just cleans everything up. Reaper's trying to get back to safety. Oh, did he went right past him. Oh, he revealed it a bit early. Hellions, the Lings will not get up the ramp. The SCV is going to try to run to that third. But look at that. A few Lings go after the SCVs, a few go after the Hellions, and we've also got Hellions popping out at the ramp as well. Can he get a wraparound? SCV's turn to fight. Oh, the SCV micro is so good. How many SCVs can he get? 7. There's still SCVs exposed in that mineral pocket. Oh, 8. 9. Meanwhile, Hellion out here, it does take some damage. There's still 3 Lings out there. Dude, that hero SCV getting 5 kills. Clem, with an uncharacteristic mistake, even loses some mule mining time. And I think that was pretty successful for Solar, who's now got 4 queens, 2 more buildings, 7 more drones on the way. He does need Zerglings, as otherwise these Hellions could cause a lot of damage. Is Clem going to be able to get the 3-0? He's taken massive economic hit early. Really slows down his third barracks, his engineering bays. And it looks like it's going to be a total of 6 Hellions, 1 Banshee, no cloak. He couldn't afford the cloak, so he's just keeping a Banshee for a bit of insurance. In case there is some follow-up all in. Alright, lair starts up 5 minutes. It's a pretty good lair timing considering the way the early game went. And the most important thing is these 3 mineral lines are almost completely full, right? Main and natural, both saturated. Third's almost there. You got 6 queens with a 7th one building, and he's going to go roaches in the follow-up. Interesting. I don't really think of Solar as the best, most elite roach player. He just doesn't have as much experience with it as with Lingbane. I'm kind of surprised on a big map like this. Maybe he's just a bit shook. Playing Lingbane against Clem, I know there have been periods where Cyril thinks Lingbane is just the way to play ZVT, and then he loses a few times to Clem and just goes back to just roaches every game. Sometimes roaches just give you this little bit more control, a little bit less stressful over those early game situations, because there's too many spots where like the Marines get in a corner behind your gas or something and the Lings can't really deal with it, and roaches you just A-move there. Is Clem going for a timing, says chat, because he's not building SCVs? I think he was just supply blocked there. It's not really in Clem's nature to cut workers for a timing in these scenarios. Almost never. He plays pretty much SCV production usually takes priority. Yeah, you can see he queued up SCVs before Marines. So he's still focusing economically. His build's just a little scuffed because of that early damage. And I think because he didn't find any counter damage, I think Solar's now in an excellent spot. The question is, how all in does he go? He's got Lings ready to stop alien run by. He's got mass roach production starting off 69 workers. She gets itself a single drone. Not a big deal. I don't think Solar cares. Has taken the 4th in the middle. When you're playing mass roach and you're probably going for an all-in like he is, it makes sense. Does Clem even know about the roaches, guys? He hasn't seen the roach horn. I don't think he saw the roaches either. That's very dangerous. Clem still not 100% sure what's happening. Solar does need to build a few more overlords here. I'd like to see 3 more overlords in that production tab. Because the fighting's about to start. Oh, I love the Ling run by. Kept the Lings at home this whole time. Now he goes for a run by. Tanks are coming forward as well. That's not good. Not for Clem anyway. The Ravagers could come forward and deal with this roach speed. He needs to wait for 1-1. Does Solar. Oh! Ling's running the third and Clem rage quits. Clem just rage quitted. What? He was so all in, and I think he was like, oh crap, you're playing roaches? I think he both realized it was roaches, which shuts down his attack, and realized he had nothing at home to defend this. He just kind of looked at his rally and was like, I don't even have enough units to defend. And he was just like, screw this. I'm too far behind. Solar refuses to go down without a fight. All right, guys, Solar's going into Winter Madness. This is a map where I do think 8 racks is quite strong. I do think that the pushing ridges are quite strong. But as we get to the end of a series, it's definitely going to be more balanced out of the map pool. Not as powerful as Tourmaline for Clem. The bottom right for Team Liquid. So I do think Falcon Solar has a chance here, guys. I do think he has a very real chance of winning this map and forcing that game 5. I did love the Ling Flood last game. It's a really good build order. How many map makers are there still in the StarCraft community? I don't know. I'd probably say about 20. There's about 10 who, like, I feel like crazy active, and there's probably like 50 beyond that. Team Liquid map contest has been pretty consistent. I mean, I know people aren't map making. It's not like we have full-time map makers in the community. It's basically just a bunch of generous nerds who, I would say, essentially are volunteers. Even if they win some money here and there and stuff, they're just the people who are the lifeblood of the StarCraft community making all these maps. I think it might have been a series of community votes to decide the map pools this season. Ah, okay, so Solar, because the other third base sucks. So he's delayed his queen in his main, goes third hatchery, then he gets the queen. Smart adjustment for this map. Shin does this all the time as well. I love this build order. I think it's really smart on maps like this where you do not want to get your third blocked. Okay, waits to the last second with that previous spore. A bit dangerous. Oh my gosh. Something I've been a bit critical of pro players for recently, guys, is when they do spore and extractor tricks like that, they place the building away from where the drone is, which means it decelerates for the last second of movement and gets there a bit slower than if they moved past where they want it to stop and then told it to build the building when they're on top of it. It's a tiny thing. But if you're going to be waiting to the last second, you really should be doing that. But a lot of the top Zergs have not been recently, and it's been a little to watch. Like, oh, don't do that. Don't let your drone get picked off. Clem not finding a drone this game, though, so a much better start for Solar. Ling's guarding the ledge. Queen's on the natty. Reaper jumps up. Reaper gets bitten. Reaper jumps back down. Hellions coming across the map right now. And oh my, guys, it's a 2cc. Super fast Banshee opening for Clem. Clem is going to go for a very fast Hellion Banshee aggression. He may dive his Hellions in immediately. Solar's delayed Ling speed. I think Clem realized this and is going to try and counter it. The Lings should go back to the ramp. Just get the drones to the high ground. Queen and the Lings, easy defend. Beautifully done by Solar. Still good damage for Clem. Disrupts the mining. Slows down the build order. But yeah, Solar has been forgetting to send his Overlord in. And if you're not sending your Overlord in at 3:30, you know, or even earlier than that, if you're not sending Ling Scouts frequently, which he's not doing either because he's so focused on just surviving Clem's aggression. The only tell is that these 4 Hellions arrived very quickly, and I wonder if Solar realizes, because if he does, he's got to immediately start the lair, and he's going to have to build spores at 4:30, not the 4-minute 50 spores that he's been doing. But look at that, he sees it on his vision. Does he see it? It's on the map. It's on the map. He's not looking at it. He was not looking at it, but he does start spores in the lair. Good job. Okay, he knows what's happening. Second gas comes in. Are we going to build more spores? It feels like he's delayed them as long as he possibly can. But yeah, look at this. This spore actually started at like 420, 424, something like that. Very early spore crawler. Oh. No! No! Don't lose your drone, Solar. It's good damage on the Banshee for only losing 1, but it's going to come right back because Clem's cheeky. Overall, this is acceptable. Keep in mind, this third command center is late. It's not crazy late. He's still got it down just before 4 minutes, but this is nowhere near as economic as the 3 command center builds. The second and third barracks engineering bays are going down now, but you generally need to force a bigger response and do more damage to make this position very playable. Like, looking at the amount of damage he's done, not a big deal with a normal Hellion Banshee build. With this build, he needs more, and he needs it now. So come in, get some creep trimmers. There's plenty of Zerglings there. The Lings run away. The Queens come forward. Overseer is morphing. And this Ling Micro is excellent. Dude, Ling Micro is excellent. The Alien Reaper is going to go down. And the Banshee's taking big damage. I'd love to see some Spore Tricks on these guys. Of course, Clem grabs 2 drones as he escapes because he's smooth like that. Very well played, man. But overall, Solar's all over it. He's got a 4th on the way. He's got a Spire building. Yeah, but a few creep trimmers. It's fine. He's all good. He's got a Queen injecting, Queen injecting, Queen injecting. I do think he should probably squeeze a double Evo in soon, but I think he wants to start 1-1 after his first round of mutas, so I guess he could delay another 30 seconds. He's got 2 Overlords building, lots of drones. That's pretty tight. On the other hand, Clem doesn't have shield started. His 1-1 only about halfway finished. He's just now got his 4th and 5th barracks building. He's going to try and do a little Marine tank push. Solar needs to see this coming. No, don't pull back. Okay, good job. Splits a few Lings. He sees the move out. He sees Clem committing to that left side. Baneling speed. It's about 1/3 complete. 5 mutas on the way. Mutas are going to be pretty good units at cleaning this up. Also very lava efficient. I'd love to see more Mutalisks build here. 7 mutas, 8 mutas, 6 Banelings. Zergling runs in. Banshees are both going to survive and defend it. He gets the 4th base. It's a pretty good snipe for Clem. It's not enough to make up for losing this whole army, though. Don't think. It might be. Afford to get that 4th base transfuse. Oh, he's a little slow on one of the transfuses. It's really hard to transfuse in time against that Marine count. Muta's flying in way too early. One of them's already gone down. Oh, I think maybe he should have given this 4th up. Because now Clem, I think, might be able to kill it. The Muta's going after the tank. The Banes go after the Marines. The tank will go down. The Queens, though, is losing every Queen. And a lot of Mutalisks as well. Oh, Clem the Savage. If he can save these units with his rally, that would be huge. Banshees, tanks, and Marines all coming in right now. And he does. He saves it. The scariest part in the game is always the first tank push. And Clem, oh my gosh, 3-1 in the trading. The Overseer almost got focused there by the Marines. So he had to run it back, did Solar. Wait, does he have enough? Oh no, there's still like 8 Marines with Stim and a Medevac. Even when Combat Shields is now kicked in. Ling Bane comes in as well. The Medevac's going to go down. The Marines trying to run. Solar needs to rout this army. He's on 74 workers. He kept his 4th base alive. I'm amazed that he got up to 74 workers in the midst of this. I think maybe focus the tank and run would be the play. Medevac boosted there. Clem was thinking about trying to save the tank, but I think now Clem might have to just pack it up and put it away. He's got his 2-2 upgrades on the way. 4th command center as well. Zerg upgrades are about halfway done, a bit past that now. 1-1 upgrades as well as +1 range. For the flyer attack, sorry. The gas number 8 goes down. 5th base on the right side. Bit more exposed, but once he's got muta map control and if his creep can respread, that'd be good. He's also rebuilt to 6 queens, which I really like seeing this from Solar. Oh, that's big. Sniping the SCV on the command center is a very frustrating delay. And he sacrifices a Mutalisk for a Medevac, which I think is a very viable trade. Gets himself an extra SCV while he's at it. And, oh, most importantly, finds the 8 barracks. It's not like this is an 8 barracks all in, but it's just killing SCVs, building buildings is very disruptive. It's very annoying. Marines do snipe a Mutalisk because Clem's a god and he runs in and targets it. But he loses like 3 or 4 Marines as well. This is really good to keep him pinned. But no, Solar! Oh, Clem is so consistent at doing that. This is one of the things, guys. If you play mutas against Clem, you have to be ready for this move. He always sets up that trap. Luckily, Solar reacted pretty quickly. But he's lost a total of 8 mutas, which means he's only got 9 left. He's also gone to 87 workers and an infestation pit, which is good, but it may be a little bit too greedy, as now he's only got 30 Lings, 9 Banes. He needs to make Massling Bane right now, and he needs to find a way to defend. My game just lagged. Please don't lag on me. Not here. Not in Game 4 of the finals. Calm down. Oh, no. I don't know if that's me or someone else. That might be someone else in the lobby. All right, Marine Mine coming forward. Muta's going to go to the right. Watch out, Mutas. Oh, not again. Okay, I think that was 2 Mutalisks went down there for free. And he's got a great work account, but losing these Mutas really hurts Solar's confidence. Gonna try to come down with the Ling Bane. He's got an Overseer there as well. The Widowmines do burrow. No, Solar, not here. Not in the choke point. Oh, I don't think this is where you want to fight. Clem's found this lovely little area with these rocks. Oh, a Widowmine. What was this fight, Solar? No, not like that. He should have given this base up, I think. 24 kills on the first mine shot. The second mine gets 5. The Thor Marine hammering Solar. Solar goes for the counter with the mutas. He does find some decent damage here, picking off SCVs, but choosing to fight on the front, I think, was a big misplay. He's on like 90 drones. He was trying to get up that giant economy where he could go toe-to-toe with Clem. And Clem finds an excellent position on this right side. And I just think that start of the fight was really bad. If Solar was able to engage him out here, maybe. It turns out these rocks, I guess, are things you really want to take down as a Zerg. Rocks there. Open these areas up. The way he moved in and out, and this was just not the fight. And obviously Solar's camera might have been elsewhere, but he looked away. He just ran into something with his mutas, so he looked away just as this fight happened. So you might be thinking, didn't he see the Widowmine target? Well, no, because his eyes were already on the minimap going, oh, what's over there? And then he glances back and he catches this. Slow it right down. Oh, that's so painful. I mean, these maps, the bases are more spread out and harder to defend. I think it's interesting because one of the big features we're seeing in this map pool is bases that are harder to defend, more spread out, but also the rush distance is kind of medium to small on a lot of these maps, which I think puts Zerg versus Terran in a bit of a precarious position because these Terran pushes are getting there quite fast. I generally like this idea of map design because I think it makes it a bit more dynamic. Like, you've got to fight to defend your bases, this sort of stuff. You don't get a billion bases for free. But we're definitely seeing a sort of situation here with Clem where the Terran takes advantage. I can't wait to see, like, you know, your Serals and your Raynors and your Rogues against your very good Terrans, but maybe not the very best of the best. Whether it be a Bjarn or Cure has actually been really good recently, but I want to see what those matchups look like as well before I come to conclusions about these maps. I have a feeling Serral is going to be really intelligent in how he plays these maps, but I think for Solar, you just kind of wish he had another base somewhere else to transfer these workers to, where he feels like he could give this base up and still make use of his 90 drones. But the question is, where would he have built it? The bottom left corner? Might unironically be his best positions. The bottom left or this base up here. And you just give up control of this area temporarily and hopefully you re-secure this area a bit later. But yeah, maybe he should have sent more Ling Bane around the map. And I think Clem just did such a good job of catching the mutas and forcing them away from his area of the map. A lot of other Terrans would have accepted kind of sitting at home. But he trapped them over here. He trapped them again over here. And that just took the teeth away from Solar's build. Beautiful play by Clem once again. Gets the 3-1 victory. Solar put up a very good fight though. And I think that game one was so close to going in Solar's favor. GG, well played. Clem wins yet another tournament. GG, well played.